Hi ladies, good evening, welcome back. I'm going to do a tutorial on evening eyes, and the reason I'm doing it as for the same reason for all my yesterday videos where camera decided to play or lied to one of the two or both to play a little bit, and it didn't give right color of the lipstick, and the same didn't give a right color of my eye makeup, which I kind of felt a bit disappointed because I put a lot of effort into it. So I haven't removed actual video because there are other things there, but I thought I repeat just eyes separately. We go through the same routine, the same product. I just remembered something else. I need to use this pencil as well. The same products, and we try to achieve the same result or similar result. And as yesterday, my eyes are also tired, so I have been caught off guard yesterday, being told that we're going out, so I had to put something on decent. And obviously one of the key things is we really want to look coordinated with our outfit. If your outfit is, say, pale peach color, of course your makeup is not going to be heavy with heavy dark lips and heavy makeup on your eyes. But if you're wearing something dark, which normally people would do for the evening, or dark blue or black with blue accessories, which I did yesterday, then you would probably consider that sort of a little bit coordination with your makeup as well. So let's go through that again. And I've got makeup on, I've got foundation, I've got a bit of lips on as well. I haven't touched eyes at all. So we start from, as we did yesterday, from the brows. You put pencil this a bit shorter, but the technique is, and I've done it in my day video as well, so the same technique. I'm not very happy with my brows. I'm blonde and they're not the best shaped, plus my face is not symmetric at all, so this one is a bit lower than the other, but most people are symmetric. So the brows, our nose is hopefully, our nose as a rule is more straight than our brows, so we always need to start with that nostril side level and keep the same length there, and the other nostril keep it the same length there. So as you see, this brow should be starting a little bit higher actually than this. So where the dot is, that will be my starting point. Where this dot is, there will be my starting point. Then second point is from nostril to the middle of your eye, looking straight through the middle of your eye. That is the highest top point of your brow, and the same on there. The highest point of your is like bowl. Okay, and the rest is the end of the eye, corner of the eye, nostril to the corner of the eye, goes right up to the end. This is where you end, and this is the same end of the eye. This is your end. So we got 3 dots on each, then we get them together on more or less straight line, and the actual brow will bend as these dots connect to each other. Preferably they shouldn't be seen, but once you cover, and I will list all the products I'm using again, as I did yesterday in my evening makeup. I might do a couple of switches there as we go along, but I will list them all in my description. So that is probably best version of my brow, well, one of the more or less acceptable ones. And this one, whatever I do, because brows are not very symmetric, I will, whatever I use as a lowest point on this brow, I will use as the highest point on this. So I built this one, I built down the collar because they're not symmetric. This part of the face is slightly lower. This is how I was born, and most people are not symmetric. But whatever is on this brow, to make symmetric with this, I will build rather on the top, when this one is built further down under, this one is above. So as a result, we should have more or less symmetric brows together at the end. I don't like seeing these dots, to be honest. And that's it. That's the brow done. To me, makeup day or evening, it doesn't matter for the brows, because they are just natural color. They shouldn't be too different to your hair. A little bit darker, maybe a little bit more intense for the evening, but that's probably about as much as I would do on them. Okay, so that's brows done. Now the eyes, as you can see, eyes are red. I did have a little, I had a bit of work today done as well, and actually I've just taken makeup down as well, so that made a bit of difference. So for that we have a little trick to use, a pencil, which I'm going to use now, because if you see the eyes are slightly red eyelids, and the waterline of the eye is slightly pink as well. It's like piggy eyes. So Chanel in Claire, which is that sort of pencil, which is really straightforward naked color, nude, to go over, just use a mirror here, to go over the eyelid waterline, helps to light them up a bit. Though some do makeup, put darker shade in there. This is for more of a smoky eye, which we can do, of course, but that's not gonna hurt. This is like a little bit of like a primer, which you can leave as it is if you prefer more open eye, because that makes eye a bit bigger. Or we can use it as a primer for a darker shade if you want to. So, right, this is Chanel done to get rid of piggy eyes. Now, the primer for the eye, which I really like MAC products, and I keep saying that. I've got replacement for that. That's nearly finished now. But I'm going to use this all over as my primer. It's extremely good product. It never caused any issues to my sensitive skin. It holds eyeshadows very well. I use it all over, and it's got a bit of shimmer, which I actually don't mind for the evening. So it goes down, up and down. It goes right up under my brow, which I can even leave it as a shimmery color, where I'm not going to use other eyeshadow. And the same goes on the top. Here, just pat it slightly, lightly, and I'm on purpose not doing yet touche eclair, and I'm still doing sort of using it as a primer. And I'll tell you why I'm not doing touche eclair under the eye for now. I actually covered it in my evening makeup video, because if we do makeup, eyeshadow sometimes drop and the mascara drops, and then we have some little stains there, for which I need to use cotton buds. But if you put that touche eclair afterwards, then there's no problem. Okay, so this is the primer done. It sets very quickly. It's not a problem at all, actually. However, having said that, for a pencil to be held a little bit better, I put some matte primer as well. This is the Helen Rubinstein matte primer for the eye. I can use this, or yesterday, as I'm trying to repeat yesterday program, I am going to use lightest of the shades of a Naked palette, Naked 2. This is sort of another alternative to Naked 3, which is original. The first one, I believe, this one is a more silver. It's got silver tones more than golden, but it's got both, actually. It's got really nice palette. So I used, as I remember yesterday, because I was trying to choose silver with sort of the gold, with a tiny bit of gold, but actual more of bluish silver tones. So for that, first I'm using that. I will write down all the palettes. This is the most fair tone, and I use this just to go over, to create, to seal a little bit of that. So that gives me perfect foundation for the eyes makeup, because this will hold pencil, it will hold eyeshadow, everything. So nothing is going to smudge or go anywhere at all. So that's that. Next one, I'm using this Petrol. I've learned it from yesterday because I was doing description. Petrol shade, which is a grey sort of shade of this palette. And this is going on the crease. So the crease, as we know, you put your arm on the elbow, make it very comfortable, steady position, and this gives even and very sort of equivalent cover in both eyes. And this goes in the crease, and you may be a bit more braver in the evening makeup than you will do in a day. I always struggle with this because I'm a working woman. I do makeup for work, and very rarely we nowadays go out, and unless we're on holiday, so it's a long weekend. During the week, really, and even weekend, we don't really go out very often. So I'm not used to evening makeup. Some people have this glamorous life; they go out every evening. We don't. So this is only base. So it's very pale at the moment. It's very sort of calm in terms of colors. This is a crease. I'm working on a crease. Make sure I haven't got this eyelid. As you can see, it's a little bit sort of hanging over. So and when it's in this condition, you just cover it with a bit over, go a little bit over, and you won't see this is actually hooded lid. So this is a start. It's very warm. Okay, so that is the same technique like wipers. Left, right, dun, 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 dun. So it gives a bit of cover, very equal both eyes. But I have to go a little bit higher here to cover my hanging eyelid. Here we go. So this is just the base of the, it's very warm here. Please forgive me, I have to get up and I'm going to just open the window. It's very warm. Whew. Apologies for that. It's just getting very warm. We obviously haven't got heating on, but in the evening, I guess with all the lights and everything else, it gets really warm here. But I don't want to produce any sweat on my face because that is going to be absolute disaster for makeup. Okay, so this is the base. It's not a color itself. This is the base for the crease. But I didn't want to put warm colors in it because if you put a lot of warm and then you do blue, it kind of messes things up a bit. So then I'm going to have shade in the darkest shade there, which is kind of more, it's got its own shimmer, and all of the palettes, all naked palettes, got very similar color at the end, which is designed to be, actually I'm going to use a different brush, which is designed for use like eyeliner if you don't want to have a pencil. So I will use pencil and I will use this as well to give it a bit more intensity. So for the first, and the reason I'm doing it is because pencils are waterproof, but they're not grease proof. So the more product I put there, the less grease I have. So the more chances my pencil will stay longer. So I just do it like literally the same technique as you use pencil. This is softer. You can do it sharper if you like. If you like sort of arrows, then you can use it. You can just wet the brush and use it as a wet shadow, which will give you much more precise line. But that's not my intention, not for this eyes today anyway. So that's that. So far you haven't seen anything blue as such, so bear with me. And this is for the other eye, we need to try to go as close to the a root of the eyelashes as you can, because if you have light eyelashes as I do, you will have a little gap in between, and to cover this gap is always a bit of a extra work. Okay, so this is to give us a little bit of indication of the eye. It looks like arrows are very sharp at the moment because the line isn't, I haven't worked on it yet properly. And then I'm using an eye pencil. An eye pencil I use, I thought I had it with me. I found something I forgot to use, and I'm going to use it now. This is pressed gel by Givenchy for brows that holds it down. This guarantees to keep your brows in the place, and it preserves the color. Of course, it's the sort of clear gel. It lasts forever. This pencil, I had it for over a year. I use it every day. It's very, very good. So that brows pencil has got to be Gucci in blue. I've got 3 Gucci pencils, and I need to find which one it is. That's that one. Yeah. So it's very good waterproof pencil. I'm going to do swatch here. So it is a little bit pearl, as you can see. It's got a tiny little shimmer to it, but generally it's matte. I've done it too quickly. And it stays on. It's exceptionally good quality. It really does stay on. Right, let me do this, and I need to leave it for a minute, and then the secret with these pencils is if you want to work it through, you want to have a little bit of more you do it straight away. If you want to do smoky eye, this is difficult with this pencil because it just doesn't move. It's very good. It lasts all day. And we do a dot there, higher up a bit, and then the one at the bottom, and we join it up. So that gives you for evening eyes, I mentioned it yesterday, for the evening eyes I would put the lines closer to the eye, which makes it more open and it makes it more dramatic. I think that's what you might need for the evening. Though most drama in my life happens during the day, I think, for most of us. I think in the workplace, more interesting things. Anyway, so that is going to seal the powder we just applied, and is going to keep this color, definitely. I'm going to use slightly different trick for you to show you what I use for the night, or I can use whatever makeup you do. Green, it goes green, turquoise, pink doesn't, but in darker shades and that sort of eye color shades, you may use this too. My mom used to do it, and I know it came back at some point, and I think all the good old stuff comes back. Right, so that's Gucci pencil, and I'm actually rubbing it. See, that is nothing happens. Absolutely fantastic. It does stay on, it really is. So that's that. Once we got this is sort of baseline for the eyes. We're not going to leave it like that, of course. I'm going to use, as I did yesterday, MAC in that midnight shade. It's like a palette, and I'm going to use a brush, that sort of brush, for the eyes, and that goes in a much more braver fashion over. I use it over crease, not right down, because that will make eyes look very, very tight, but you do just from the middle, and a bit more brave and intense. So this is where the whole color goes into the, and goes up and goes out and up. So essentially you do have this V, sort of V shape, but this is much more sort of smudged and not exact precise fashion. And then if we want sort of smokier eyes, we could do this a little bit more intense to add on a bit more, build color on as much as you want. And this is the reason I always start with a very sort of basic fashion, and builds up on the top as much as you want, rather than just put in a lot and then really if it goes wrong then it's disaster, you have to take it all off. So that's probably as much as I would do for the evening. So that is much of taste. Of course, some people want to do them, but that's not all yet. This is the basic of our blue. But I'm happy now. I can see on the camera, and it's more blue. It's more to the actual color. Yesterday it came as a bit sort of grayish. So, and again, in this one, from about the middle to the out and up. So this is where eyeshadow normally goes. Join up, and we want a bit more drama, a bit more color. Remember what I told you about under the eye? I've got lots of different blue drops there. So that is why we don't do touche éclair yet until last. And then I build up on that lid, on that line, build up more color, and it makes it sort of a bit smoky, more almost like smoky eyes, not too much underneath. I think we can build it up if you want. It's getting a bit heavy now. This is extremely dusty, though it's pressed. That's really nice color. If you can see that, it's midnight. But when you actually work it through, it's quite dusty. So I think this other eye is a bit stronger, so I need to add a little bit more. So that's the key. You put a little bit. You start pretty much like day makeup, and then you build on the top of that. So I feel I have to take this dust off. This eye is now, this part of my cheekbone is covered. It's all the blue dust. Something you might consider doing, as I mentioned just a second ago, my mom used to do. She used to put color on actual waterline. A lot of dramatic makeups now they do include it. It depends on how much color you want. Do you want blue, or do you want just to keep the same dark blue? I would probably just put as it's blue outfit with black. We've got quite enough of dark color there, and this is the key is to all pencils keep them sharpened. I've done all of them today, but not this one. To have a better line and to have a better result, always use sharpened eyes. So if I put this on my eyelids, this gives much more intensity to the look. What I mentioned yesterday as well, when you are in artificial light, is no daylight, your eyes get more intense of your own color. When you look in the sky, you look in the light. In the evening, it's very difficult to, and especially if blue eyes reflect the blue sky, they get very, very bright blue. But in the evening is very difficult to achieve. So we get this intense colorful look by using right tools. And this is, I believe, is one of the right things to do, to put actual pencil of the color that you want closer to the and I'm only doing this because outfit that was there yesterday was black and blue. If there wasn't blue accessories, I would probably use normal brown, grey, or sort of brownish eyes to make it to bring my own blue eye color up. So that is base. Now I have a couple of other things. I will not do it now, but you've done, well, I probably will have to do it because I'm covering a whole eye area. Now I've got to just make sure I got all the dust off my face. So I think I'm happy with the intensity of the color. This eye seems to be less covered in blue. A couple of other things. As it's evening, we can perfectly use one of the glitter, which I haven't done yesterday in the evening makeup, but that's Dior palette in white. It's almost like white snow. It's pearl, so a bit there, a bit on the top of this eye, side lid, inside, a bit there. It's extremely glittery. It lasts forever. I had it last Christmas and Christmas before. I use it, of course not every day, but I use it. I used it several times, and it's still almost new. It will last forever. It really will. So if you want to have it heavier like this with more glitter, please. It's up to you. That's probably just there. Actually, I don't think I like it there that much. I really don't. I think it's now too much. I think it is too much, actually. I'm going to put this. This is Helene Rubinstein primer. I'm going to cover just a little bit of it. I don't really like so much of it. I've done too much. Too much is not good. Less is more. Though evening makeup is kind of controversial thing. It depends on the mood, depends on where you go. This is still not coming off. This is Gucci pencil, so that's good. Gucci pencil, brilliant pencil. Okay, two more things. One is I had it in front of me. It's Helene Rubinstein blue. There you go. Blue and white. It's called Wanted Eyes in Lapis. I think it's Lapis blue. I will put all description in yesterday makeup as well. And this is where a real color adds on to eye if you want more blue. I do. Just because I did it yesterday, it builds on nicely. It gives a nice intensity of the blue to the eye. And actually it covers a bit of glitter, which I didn't really plan to have so much. It's extremely glittery, that Dior shadow. They do it in gold as well. I've got gold for different type. So that's that. And you still have this shimmer. You still have that from MAC. The bit there I like to use, I will use after I've done my touche eclair. So now, once we've done this, obviously there will be mascara. I hope you don't mind. I just do it very quickly because this is a base mascara, which gives length and drama and volume, everything you want from mascara. My favorite is Dior Show. I tried and tested so many. I very much like Givenchy. It's brilliant mascara. And as a budget version of any of those is to me L'Oreal. I have actually the one I bought in France is called I think they do it in the UK as well, false lashes or false lash wings. But they do so many different ones and they all stay very well. They hardly ever drop on your face. They're very smooth and it's a very good alternative budget version to high-end brands. So that is that. And then I'll show you something else. So that keeps, it shows the length of your eyelashes and it kind of helps to build on. I don't use it for the day, but I use my Lava serum for growth of eyelashes, which is very, very good and it gives really good growth to your eyelashes. And once it's a bit settled, then I do build up on the eye. I'm not gonna, everybody knows how to do mascara, so but I haven't learned yet to edit my videos, so I wish I'll learn one day. So boring bits, I will just fast forward. But for now, please bear with me. I'm trying to improve. I'm trying not to repeat a lot of things, but and then it actually is not very easy, you know, doing these videos. My husband bought me screen at the back. He's so lovely, wonderful. He said, if you want to do it, you look professional, so that's the first thing you need. I really look now at my first videos where my you can see this is a spare bedroom, by the way. It's just I use it for like a wardrobe in makeup, but still not nice. People seeing clothes all over. Okay, so I just leave it like that. So once you've done mascara and everything else, you will notice there things dropping down on the face, and you want to collect them before you do touche éclair. Touche éclair is a key to everyday or evening or any eye makeup actually, because that reflects the eye. It removes your tired eyes sort of look. Reflecting eyes is a key. The only thing is it's challenging to top it when you already done mascara, so that's the only bit which I don't like. But unless of course you can, you know, you can do it at the start as normally you would do for the day makeup, but then when you've got all the bits and pieces dropping on your face, then you might want to just do another layer probably. Yeah, I don't think I like doing this actually. I think I probably like doing it, put it at the start. So that's it with main eyes. This is a really lovely, I'll do a review separately. I've got a lot of things to say about this. It's like a dust of silver, like a shimmer. It's like little stardust dropped on your face. This is really, really lovely. I'm gonna keep that. And the two bits I want to add on is that white part of this Lapis blue, which goes there and it reflects. It's got a tiny bit of blue reflection there. I know you couldn't see it yesterday. Yesterday was a different camera. Today this is a better color, and I hope you can see a tiny bit of blue reflection, which makes it sort of almost radiant eyes. And last bit is that glitter gel I mentioned yesterday, which is by Urban Decay. I can't remember what's it called. I'll put it on description. I have to look again. So gel itself is clear gel, but it's actual glitter on it. Doesn't look like I've taken a lot. It's actual glitter on the gel, which makes eyes really nice and shimmery. So I put this on, and this is what makes a whole difference to makeup. They got some different colors. I've got green, which I hardly ever use, and this blue one is my favorite because it's just so, so beautiful. It makes it kind of mysterious. When you blink and when it sparks like that. I like that. I like everything shiny anyway. But I think for the evening makeup, this is this sort of little bits. They make all difference. I wouldn't go to work like this, of course, but I remember last year Christmas party, the girls wanted to use it too. So this is my evening eyes. I know this one is 35 minutes. Actually, eyes always take longest in the makeup because they are probably more important and the most expressive part of our face. When people see you and they say, "Oh, what a beautiful eyes," they won't say, "Oh, what beautiful cheeks," or "Oh, what beautiful lips." Well, they might, but mainly it's eyes that make statement. And when people look at you, they look at your eyes first. So that's why it's important to invest time. And I apologize if it took longer than we actually planned today. I thought it was going to be about 20 minutes, but I just I really wanted to explain every single detail of the process. So thank you very much for watching. I will put all the products I used down in description when I load this video, and tomorrow I will do some more separate reviews or separate little products, and they will be only short videos within maybe 5-7 minutes. And that is it for today. Thank you very much and good night.